Dear students, in this video I am going to explain Is Matter Around Us Pure? Chemistry, Chapter 2, Class 9th, Part 2. In previous video I have explained about elements, compound and mixtures with pure substance and impure substance. Now we will do solutions and suspensions. Solutions are homogeneous mixture of two or more substances which are uniformly mixed. For example, lemon water, sugar solution, soda water, air also. You can take air as an example of solution because all the components of air is homogeneously mixed with each other. We cannot have a boundary to separate all the gases. Now, it has two components, solvent and solute. Solvent is the component of solution which is always present in greater quantity. That is, solvent is the component of solution in which solute is dissolved, and solute is the component of solution which is always present in lesser quantity, which has to be dissolved in the solvent. For example, like we are making a solution of salt and water. Salt will be the solute and water is the solvent. As we know, water is also called universal solvent because it can dissolve solids, liquids, gases, all states of matter. Continuing further, we have properties of solutions. Solutions are homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture already explained in the previous video. Mixtures which do not have variable compositions. They are uniform throughout. Particle size in solution is very less. That is, it is less than 1 nanometer in diameter. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meter, which is very small. Particles of solution cannot be seen through naked eyes and even with a microscope. It is very difficult to see. A true solution, also known as solution, does not scatter the beam of light. When you pass light through this solution, it will pass straight without being scattered. Solutions are stable. Stable means if we make a solution of sugar and water, if we keep it for long time undisturbed, it will remain as it is, as you have kept it. It will not change its boundaries. You cannot see sugar and water separately. It will remain as it is. This is called stability. The solutions are highly stable. The solute particles cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration because they are completely soluble. They will pass through the filter paper or any type of filtration method. Continuing, we have solubility. It is the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in given amount of solvent, or we take 100 gram of solvent at particular temperature. Temperature is a factor which affects solubility. Also, pressure is the another factor which affects the solubility. As the temperature increases, the solubility of solids keeps on increasing, whereas it is not correct for gases. As the temperature increases, solubility of gases in liquids decreases, whereas pressure, solubility of gases in liquids increases on increasing the pressure, whereas solubility of solids in liquid remains unaffected. There is no effect on the solubility of solids in liquid on the basis of pressure. So we have two conditions which affect solubility. One is temperature and second is pressure. We generally talk in terms of solid. Next, concentration of solution we can calculate by using these formulas. Concentration of a solution can be calculated by dividing mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution, and it should be multiplied by 100 to calculate the percentage of the solution. If we have to only calculate the concentration without percentage, we can simply write the formula mass of solute divided by mass of the solution. If we have to calculate the percentage, we have to multiply it by 100. And the second formula is for when liquid solute in liquid solvent concentration, that is volume, we have to take volume of solute, volume of solution. That is in gram or kg, this is in liter or milliliter. One more thing I would like to mention here. If you have to calculate solubility of any solute or solvent, so you have to take the formula concentration of solubility, you have to calculate concentration of solution divided by mass of the solute divided by mass of the solvent only. Instead of taking mass of the solution as denominator, take mass of the solvent to calculate the solubility concentration. Continuing to the next one, we have two types of solutions, although it is of three types, but I have explained only two types because for class 9 two types is necessary to know. Number one, saturated solution, a solution in which no more quantity of solute can be dissolved at a given temperature. If a solution is said to be saturated, if it has dissolved as much as solute it can capable of dissolving at a particular temperature, it is called saturated. Whereas unsaturated, a solution in which more quantity of solute can be dissolved at a given temperature. If we dissolve more and more sugar in water at a given temperature, it is called unsaturated, and if is getting dissolved at that temperature. If it stops dissolving the sugar, that means the solution has become saturated. And the next one is suspension. Solution is all about solution, its properties, its types, concentration, solubility. Whereas the next type is suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which solids are dispersed in a liquid and it suspends. That's why it is called suspension. Easy examples: chalk water, muddy water, sand and water, fluorine water. These are all things which gets dispersed, which gets suspended easily, gets settled down due to being heavier size of particles. Properties are, it is a heterogeneous mixture. We can see easily all the particles. Particles of suspension can be seen by naked eyes. The particles of suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and makes the path of the light visible because the particles are larger as compared to solutions. Suspension is highly unstable. As you leave it undisturbed, it will get settled down at the bottom, being heavier size particles. Constituents of suspension can be easily separated by very simple processes like filtration, hand picking. Also, if big particles are there, we can pick it by hand to separate it. So this is the basic difference between solution, or also known as true solution, and suspension. In further videos, next videos, we'll discuss more about other topics. Thank you very much for watching.